Okay. Good morning. We'll get ready to get started. If you need to grab water or anything, go ahead and grab that. Hopefully my lighting is better today. Last week it was really dark, but this window is back here, so this angle of it coming forward can make it dark sometimes. So hopefully it's better. It's getting like gloomy outside, so. All right. So after you grab everything you need, go ahead and get in a comfortable position on your mat. And we'll start with some breaths in a comfortable position. Let's just take our hands, rest them on our knees with our palms facing upward. Just being open to receiving some good energies, being open to receiving some positivity. And we'll take deep inhales through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. This time, pause at the top. Exhale, sigh it out. One more deep inhale through the nose. Pause at the top. Exhale, sigh it out. And come back to your natural breath. And go ahead and close your eyes if you're in a place that's safe to do so, and if you're comfortable with doing so. Let's take these few quiet moments to prepare our minds and our bodies for our practice. If there's any goals you want to reach during the practice, you can visualize them now. If there's any affirmations you want to set for your practice, you can set the affirmations with I am, I will, or I choose. And just breathe in the affirmation, breathe in those goals. Breathe out any negativity. Right now, we're just holding a space for positivity. We're holding a space right now for happiness, holding a space for self-care. That is what's important right now in this moment. Right now, for this hour, during your practice, this is all that matters. I'm going to take a couple more breaths. And let's start with our warm-up. Rolling our head to the right side. Inhaling back and exhaling forward. Now remember last week I talked about trying to stay diligent with your self-care routine as we start to get into these colder months. And that's even more relevant now as the days start to get shorter, as the days get gloomy and cold. Seasonal depression can easily set in, especially with all of the things going on. And we want to make sure that we're taking time out to take care of ourselves. Start rotating your head to the opposite side. So anytime you can take some moments to spend to yourself, preferably every day, if you can even just spend 2 minutes with your breath, 5 minutes in meditation, 10 minutes in meditation. It makes a big difference in how you feel. When I can, I like to do a meditation in the morning. I notice a difference from when I do my meditation in the morning versus when I don't. And I feel good when I exercise or do yoga in the morning and I do my meditation and I feel just a little bit happier. All right, come back to a neutral space. Let's roll into the shoulders. You can just let the hands continue to rest on the knees. As you inhale the shoulders up and exhale them back and down. So if there's anything that I can do for you to help you survive this winter season, let me know. If there's any meditations you want me to try to do or try to record for you here on YouTube, let me know. Because that's what I'm here for. You guys know it's a long journey before you get paid to be on YouTube. So I'm essentially here for you all and just to continue to make this content. And that's not really my focus. My focus is really just bringing awareness to people, especially people of color and Black people. Let's do the same thing, rolling our shoulders forward, bringing awareness to people and trying to show them ways that yoga can improve your life, yoga can improve your mind, and just trying to share with you some of the ways that yoga changed me in positive ways. So, as always, feel free to let me know if I can help you along your journey in any way. And you can always ask me questions. You can, leave comments or you can email them to me. I'm always here to listen. A couple more times, rolling our shoulders forward. Bring the shoulders back to neutral. Inhale the arms up. Interlace the fingers as you push your palms towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, bring those arms out wide. And then cross right arm over left. Grab either shoulder. Tuck your chin down to your chest. And stretch out that neck a little bit more. Inhale, open the arms out wide. Exhale, cross left arm over right. Grab either shoulder. Tuck your chin down to your chest. Inhale. Exhale, release those shoulders. Sweep the arms back up as you interlace the fingers above you. Push the palms towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, take those interlaced fingers, bring them behind the head. Let's do a little bit of seated cat-cow to warm up the spine. Inhale, open the elbows. Exhale, close the elbows, round the spine, tuck your chin down. Opening the chest, and then closing. Kind of slightly putting a little bit of weight on the back of the neck, not pulling too much, but just putting a little bit of weight to help loosen up the back of our neck. Just getting our spine warm, trying to stretch our backs out. Couple more times. Come back to neutral. Push those palms towards the ceiling again. Inhale. Exhale, release the right hand down to the ground. Let's stretch through this left arm, bringing it up and over the ear, reaching over towards the right side. If you're comfortable down your forearm, feel free to do that, or you can keep your arm extended. Inhale, let's go through the center. Exhale, lower that left arm down. Bring that right arm up and over. Reach through the right arm. Inhale, come back to center. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away again. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the ground. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Take your left hand, gently rest it on the side of your head. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Right hand gently rest on the side of your head. Take an inhale. Exhale, release that right hand down to the ground. Let's take those arms, bring them out in front. We'll bring first finger and thumb together. Stick the pinkies together. Let's roll out our wrists a little bit. Roll the wrists towards you. Another thing that's important about staying up on your self-care routine and your workout routine is keeping your immune system healthy. So exercise helps to keep your immune system healthy. I know I can't lie to y'all. I eat a lot of sugar, which is bad. It's bad for your immune system. So if you do it with me, let's all try to lower our sugar intake. Okay? I'll do it with you. You can hold me accountable and vice versa. Let's roll the wrists away from you. But yes, we want to keep our immune systems healthy right now to help fight off whatever might be coming our way because, I mean, it's not just COVID. There's flu season, there's colds, and you know, like right now, you have like a cold or anything, you're thinking it's COVID. So let's just not even stress ourselves out that way. Release your fingers, bring your hands back to heart center, take an inhale. Exhale, let the hands press into each other as they lower down the hips. Let's try to keep our stress levels as manageable as possible. I know it's hard, but let's keep ourselves healthy. I know allergies have been really bad. Exercise helps me with my allergies. So keep that in mind. And I don't know. We're just going to power through it together. I'm going to keep doing yoga for you all. And we're going to keep powering through it together. Let's release our hands. Let's come up on hands and knees in a table position and work into a little bit of cat-cow in table position. Knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. Flip the tailbone upward. Lift the chin up. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin down, tuck the tailbone under. Couple more times, inhale up, exhale down. Bring your spine back to neutral. Look over your right shoulder as you bring your hips to the right. And then the opposite side. Look over the left shoulder as you bring your hips to the left. Moving from one side to the other. Bring your spine back to neutral. Bring the big toes together. Let's bring our knees out wide. Start to float our hips back towards our heels. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, melt down into your child's pose. Remember, it's okay to keep your hips up in the air if you're not comfortable sitting all the way back on your heels. And go ahead and bring those hands together and bring them to the back of the head. And then maybe you can round down through your spine, tucking your tailbone down, and feel a stretch up underneath those arms. Good. Let's take the hands, come back up to table position. We'll get ready to come up to down dog. Remember your modification down in puppy pose. If you need a break from down dog, let's just look like this. Down on knees with arms extended out. Or if you're ready to, you can tuck your toes under, lift the hips up and back. Start to pedal the feet out. Let's get a stretch in the back of the legs. I do intend to warm our bodies up today, so I got a sweatshirt on now. We'll see how I'm feeling in a little bit. Shift your weight from one foot to the other. Now let's go through our vinyasa a couple times. Float your body forward. Come to plank position or modified plank on the knees. Float your body down for chaturanga, coming all the way down to the belly. Hands are underneath shoulders. Let's press into the hands, just peeling the chest off the ground for cobra. Coming back down, shift your weight back onto the knees. Tuck your toes under, come back to down dog or puppy pose. A couple more times, float your body forward. Come down for chaturanga. Come up for cobra, inhale. Exhale, make your way back to your down dog or puppy pose. One more time. Float forward, lower down. Hands under the shoulders, inhale up cobra. Exhale down. Float your body back. And come back up to puppy or down dog. And we'll take our gaze, bring it up in between the hands. Start to walk those feet up behind the hands. Bend into those knees as we come to a forward fold. Grab the elbows here. Let's rock side to side. Release your lower back. Go ahead and bend those knees even deeper as we come up to a standing position. Inhaling up, arms come with you. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And down to your sides, coming to mountain pose. Okay, we're in our mountain pose. My eyes are itchy from allergies. Speaking of allergies we were just talking about. Let's rock back and forth from the balls of our feet to our heels. Getting nice and grounded and strong in our mountain pose. So we will move through sun salutation A a couple times, and then we'll add a couple steps on for sun salutation B. Okay, so remember to modify and remember to take breaks if you need them. Inhale the arms up, hands meet up at the top, small back bend. Exhale, dive down to forward fold. Grabbing the elbows or letting the fingers come to the ground. Inhale, come up to a flat back for a half lift. Hands can rest on the shins or fingertips on the ground. We want to make sure we have a nice flat back here and our gaze is a couple feet in front of the toes. Sometimes I see people doing like this, and we want our neck in line with our spine, gaze down. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and bend the knees as you plant the hands down in front of the feet. Step or jump back to your plank, and we'll do our vinyasa like we just did. We'll come down for chaturanga. If you want a little more this time, feel free to come down halfway. And then if you want a little more, also you can inhale up to up dog instead of cobra, or you can stay down to cobra. And while we're here, let's go ahead and shift our weight from one hip to the other, giving that front of the belly a good stretch. Because we do a lot of core work in yoga. Then we'll start to make our way back to puppy pose or down dog, whichever one you prefer, and we'll take some breaths. You should feel your body moving as you breathe. You should feel that back expanding and contracting. Take your gaze, bring it up in between the hands. As you step or jump your feet up behind the hands, and then we'll come straight back to our half lift. Remember, neck in line with the spine and flat back. Inhale. Exhale down to forward fold. Roll up, bring those arms with you. Inhale. Hands meet at the top, small back bend. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Good. Bring your hands back down to your sides as you come back down to your mountain pose. And we'll move through our sun salutation another time, a second time. Inhale those arms up, small back bend. Exhale, fall down to forward fold. Inhale, up for half lift. Exhale, plant the hands down in front of the feet, step or jump back to plank. Inhale, plank or modified plank. Exhale, down halfway or all the way. Inhale, up, just the chest, or peeling all the way up for up dog. And let's make our way back to down dog. Take those breaths. Bring your gaze up in between the hands. Step or jump the feet up behind the hands as you inhale up to half lift. Exhale down to forward fold. Roll up, bring those arms with you. Inhale. Small back bend. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Good. And back down to your sides. Coming back to your mountain pose. Okay, this time we're going to add a couple steps on for sun salutation B. So, sweep those arms up. Inhale. Palms face each other. Exhale, pull the belly button back towards the spine. Shift your weight into your heels. Come to chair pose. Should be able to wiggle your toes in chair pose. Straighten those legs out. Inhale, small back bend. Exhale, swan dive down to your forward fold. Inhale, up, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands down in front of the feet. Step or jump back to plank. Let's move through our vinyasa. We're in, I forgot what it was called, plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, back to down dog or puppy pose. Couple breaths. Take your left foot, step it in a half step. Inhale, extend that right leg up and back. Let those toes point down towards the ground. Exhale, knee pulls into the chest as we step the foot up in between the hands. Now, if you need to come down to table first and then step your foot up, that works too. Bring that back knee off the ground. Back heel rotates down flat. We'll sweep those arms up for warrior one. Knee is nice and aligned over the ankle. Hips square with the front of the room. Strong arms, but shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, take the hands, plant them down in front of the feet. Step back to plank again. Move through your vinyasa. Now, if you need a break, you can take one. Take some breaths. Do the same thing on the left side. Walk the right foot in a half step. Left foot comes up and back. Inhale. Exhale, bring that foot up however you get it there. Rotate the back heel down. Make sure those hips square at the front of the room. Sweep those arms up. Warrior one on this side. And if you feel like you're forward like this, you might have to widen your stance a little bit. We want to make sure our knee is directly over the ankle. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down on either side of the foot. Step that left foot back, come to plank. We'll move through our vinyasa again. Feel free to skip it if you're getting a little winded. I'm definitely getting winded. Yeah, we're coming back to down dog or puppy pose. And take your gaze. Bring it up in between the hands. Step or jump those feet up behind the hands. Inhale, up, half lift. Exhale, down forward fold. Sweep those arms up, inhale. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose again. Inhale, straighten those legs out. Hands at the top, small back bend. Exhale, those hands down heart center. And back down to your sides. Good. Coming back to our mountain pose. That's a lot of work. Some salutation B is a lot of work, but I like it because I can feel my core working. Okay. Take an inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, we're going to step back with our left foot. Making a line from the front heel to the inside arch of the back foot. Dropping the arms out wide. Bending into the front knee as we come to warrior two. Check the arms, make sure they're in alignment. Check the knee, make sure it's aligned over the ankle. Remember, if you're far forward like this, I want to make sure our torso is upright. Might have to widen your stance a little bit. Good, hold it here. Take an inhale, straighten that front leg. Inhale those arms up above you on either side. We're going to bring them back, around and down as we lower down for a pyramid pose. If your fingertips need to stay on the ground, that's fine. If you need to bend into your front knee, that's fine. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lower down towards this front leg if that feels okay for you. If not, don't worry about it. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend into this front knee. Let's bring our bodies back up to warrior two. Good. From here, bring your chest square up the front of the room as you bring your hands to heart center. We're going to float our body forward, bringing our weight onto our right foot. I want you to bend at your left knee, grabbing the foot with your left hand. Pull it in towards your butt. If you need to hold on to something to give you balance, you can. If you're cool here, extend your right arm up towards the sky. Now, if you want a little more, you can move into dancer pose. For dancer pose, we'll grab the inside of the left foot. Front hand comes out in front, palm is upward, and we'll start to lower our body down for dancer pose. Again, only if you're comfortable with that. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the body back up. Releasing the foot down, hands come to heart center. Sweep those arms up, inhale. Exhale, fall down to forward fold. Just relaxing down in our forward fold for a moment. Now you can plant those hands down in front of the feet. Now if you want to move through your vinyasa, you can. If you want to step straight back to your down dog, you can. Or if you want to take a break, you can. I'm going to go ahead and move through our vinyasa, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, making your way back to down dog or puppy pose. And if you want to take a break, feel free to come down to child's pose. Take your gaze, bring it up in between your hands. Step or jump the feet up behind the hands. Roll up to a standing position. Inhale. Exhale, the hands out to heart center. It's time to step back with our right foot. Make that line. Let those left toes face in front of the room. Make a straight line there. Arms come out wide. Bend into the front knee. Come to warrior two. Making sure that chest is upright. Making sure those arms are in alignment. Straighten our front knee. Bring our chest square at the front of the room. Arms extend up towards the sky. Bring them down around the back, coming down to pyramid pose. Remember to bend into that front knee if you need to. Let's bring our chest up. Bring those arms back out wide. Bend into the front knee again, coming back to warrior two. Take the hands, bring it to heart center. Let's shift our weight into this left leg, bending at the right knee, grabbing the right foot, pulling it in. Left arm can give you balance against the wall or on a chair. It can extend up towards the sky, or you can feel free to move into dancer pose. I'm a little less balanced on this side. Luckily, I have a table here. Inhale, exhale, coming back, releasing the foot, sweeping those arms up. Inhale, exhale, fall down to forward fold. Go ahead and bend those knees, step or jump those feet back to a plank. If you know what to do, you can take a break. You can move the other vinyasa. You can come down to the child's pose. I'm gonna move through my vinyasa. Let's step that left foot in a half step. When you're ready, start to extend that right foot up and back. Inhale. Make sure those toes are pointed down towards the ground. Exhale, float your body forward. Bring your knee in towards your nose. You can do this down from your knees too, extending that leg back and then bringing it in if you need to modify. And then come back out a couple more times. In for cheetah. Come back. In again for cheetah. And go ahead and step that foot all the way up. I'm going to face the front because we're going to come to the middle. So go ahead and come to the middle. Sweep those arms up. Inhale. Exhale, walk those heels in a bit as you come down to goddess pose. Good. Just holding our goddess pose here. Inhale, extend those arms back up. Exhale, swan dive down to wide leg forward bend. You can let the hands plant down on the ground. You can come down lower, bring the top of the head towards the ground. Or you can stay up on the hands. And we're going to shift our weight over to the right, moving into a side lunge. So I'd like for you to keep your right foot flat on the ground and try to keep your weight shifted back so that your knee doesn't come too far over your ankle. Left leg is extended, the foot is flat. Should feel a good stretch up in your hips. Come to the center. Let's shift our weight over to the other side. Same thing. Try to keep your weight shifted back so that you're not looking like this. Keeping our weight shifted back to protect our knee. Good. You can walk your hands back towards the front of your mat. And what we'll do is step that right foot back. I can't remember which foot was forward at first. So either way, we're going to come to side plank. So you can bring your knee down like a kickstand, extending one leg out to the side while one knee is down in a kickstand and extending your arm up, or you can extend both legs out to the side. Feet can stack one on top of the other, or the top foot can come in front of the bottom foot. Arm extends up towards the sky. And if you're feeling extra spicy, you can lift that leg up too, which is really hard for me. So, might be easy for some and hard for others. Inhale, exhale, lower that hand down, come to plank. You can take a break, or you can move the vinyasa. I'm gonna move my vinyasa because I like to torture myself, apparently. And we'll come back to our down dog or our puppy pose. Taking some breaths. If you need a break and you need to grab some water, feel free. And when you're ready, we'll walk our right foot in a half step. Start to do the same thing on the other side. Remember, you can start down in your knees if you need to. Left leg extends back. Inhale. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Go ahead and step that left foot all the way up. Walk your hands towards the center. Bend to the knees as you come up to standing. Hands sit up above you. Let's walk our heels in a little bit. As we come down to our goddess pose again. Hands come to heart center. Making sure that chest is upright, that back is nice and tall and straight. Good. Straighten those knees out. Hands extend up. Exhale down to wide leg forward bend. We're getting a good hip stretch today. Good. Now you can come back up on those hands and start to shift our weight over to the right. Remember, keeping your hips back, keeping that left foot flat on the ground. Nice stretch in the left leg. Try not to come over the toe as we stretch. Come back to center and reset. Do the same thing on the other side. Come back to center. Walk your hands towards the front of your mat. We're doing our side plank on the other side this time. You're either having your knee down like a kickstand, other leg is extended out as the arm extends up towards the sky, or you can stack those feet, or you can let one foot come in front of the other, or if you like to torture yourself like me, you can lift that leg up. This is really nuts, this part. Take an inhale, exhale, come to plank, and move through your vinyasa if you like. Take a break if you like. And come back to down dog or puppy pose. If you need a break, just go ahead and drop down to child's pose. Which is totally okay if you need a break. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop down to the knees. I got one more thing for you, then we'll start to cool our body down. I'm going to take a sip of my water. I got a cup of water today. My water bottle's dirty. Okay. I'm hot underneath this sweatshirt, but I'm not even going to bother to take it off. Doing too much. So we'll come back to table position, and I want you to come down to the elbows and plank, and dolphin plank. And we are going to do some dolphin push-ups, right? So we're down in plank, we're down on our forearms. Either your legs are extended out, or if you know you need a little bit of modification, you just drop down to those knees. But if you are down on those knees, I want you to continue pulling your belly button back towards your spine, making sure there's a ramp from your hips down towards your knees. You should be able to roll a marble from your hips down. So it shouldn't look like this. It should look like this because we want to keep our belly engaged. So either way, we're shifting our way forward, dropping down a little bit, and then coming back up. And we'll do this like, I don't know, until I get tired. So option 1 or option 2, coming down and coming up. Coming down and up. Down and up. Maybe one more time. Down and up. Good. Go ahead and drop down to those knees. Bring those big toes together and come back to child's pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax down. Try to catch your breath. I'm trying to catch my breath. Starting to slow our heart rate down with our breathing, telling our body we're fine, it's okay. We've made it through the hard part. And just take your hands, start to walk them over towards the right side of your mat. And if you like, you can even let that left hand come on top of the right one. A couple more breaths, reaching over to the right. And start to walk your hands over to the left. Right hand may come on top of left hand and melt down into your child's pose on this side. And take your hands, walk them back to center. Let's shift our weight forward, come into a puppy pose. So we're down on the knees, arms will extend out. You can keep reaching through the arms. If you feel comfortable, you can start to lower your chest down towards your mat. Getting a good stretch through those arms, up in the shoulders. And from our puppy pose, let's snake our body forward, come into cobra. So go ahead, come down to your belly, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale up for cobra. Keep those elbows bent. Exhale back down towards your belly. We're just pulsing a little bit. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. A couple more times, moving with your own breath. Good, and then we'll shift our weight back to child's pose again. And from here, let's shift our weight forward, come to table, and bring those legs out in front of your body. Make sure you're on those sits bones. Sweep those arms up with an inhale. Let's come down to our seated forward bend, leading with the chest falling down over those legs, falling down on those legs. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, see if you can come deeper. Using your exhale to reach. Couple more breaths in your seated forward bend. And let's roll back up to a seated position. Keeping those legs extended out. We'll step the right foot over the left leg. And we'll extend our left arm up towards the sky as we twist towards this right leg. Elbow on the outside of the knee. Right fingertips face the back wall. Gaze over your right shoulder. Now you can stay just like this. If you want a little more and it's not going to hurt your knee or hurt your hips, you can bend that bottom leg as well, which is totally optional. Take a couple more breaths on the right side. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Extend those legs back out in front. This time we'll bend at the left knee, stepping it over the right. Right arm extends up, we'll twist to the left. Elbow on the outside of knee. Left fingertips face the back wall, gaze over the left shoulder. And then if you're okay with it, you could bend that bottom leg as well. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Let's bring those legs out in front with both knees bent. And then we'll just scoot our hips towards our heels as we lower down to our back. And go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Get in that upside down child's pose and rocking side to side. Move those knees in a circle maybe. Let's release the knees and bring the feet flat on the ground. Hands rest down at your sides. Walk your heels in till you feel your fingertips. And then we'll lift our hips off the ground, coming to bridge pose. If you want to roll those shoulders underneath, you can. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, back to a flat back. Now the second time when we move into bridge pose, I'll give you an option to come up into wheel pose. So we'll start with making sure our fingertips touch our heels again, and we'll start to lift our hips off the ground, walk those shoulders underneath. And then if you want to come up into wheel pose, doing so very carefully, hands come up above the shoulders by the ears, and we'll push through the hands, start to lift those hips up. And you can keep your feet flat. If you want to walk your toes in, you can. That's not always my favorite. It's kind of up to you. Melting your heart down towards the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back down just the way you came in. And let's hug our knees into our chest. Now from here, let's take our arms, bring them on the inside of our knees, grabbing the outside of our feet. Bottoms of the feet are facing the ceiling. We'll bring those legs out wide as we come to happy baby. Now, some people are comfortable with their arms on the outside. I'm comfortable with my elbows on the inside. And we're just rocking side to side. A couple more times. Release the feet, hug the knees back in. And we'll finish with my favorite spinal twist. Keeping your right knee hugged into your chest. Left leg extends out onto the ground. We'll take the left hand, begin to pull our right knee over to the left, stacking the shoulders, and then extending our right arm out to the side as we let our gaze follow our right hand, if that's comfortable. You could also have your gaze up towards the ceiling. A couple more breaths on this side. Inhale. Exhale back to center, hugging the knees back into the chest. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left knee stays hugged in. Right leg extends onto the ground. Right hand pulls the left knee over to the right. Stacking those shoulders to start. Then extending that left arm over to the left, letting your gaze follow or letting your gaze be up towards the ceiling. Trying to release and relax down into the pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, hug those knees back to center. Bring those knees in one last time as we get ready for our Shavasana. If you want to lay down, you can. Just coming to corpse pose, coming to Shavasana. If you're more comfortable sitting up, feel free to do that. And let's just come back to those cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Second, inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. One more, inhale through your nose. Exhale, side out. And come back to your natural breath again. Letting go of any control over the breath. And at this time, we'll make a conscious effort to relax each muscle in our body. Starting with the top of the head, moving down to the forehead. Relaxing the facial expression in the space between the eyebrows. Moving down to our jaw. Relaxing our neck. Down to our shoulders. Relaxing the chest and the arms. Relaxing the belly and the fingers and wrists. Releasing our hips down to our thighs. Relax your knees. Relax your shins and calves. Relax your ankles. Down to your feet and to your toes. And do another quick scan from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. Checking in with all those areas again, making sure they're fully relaxed. And today I have a quote I want to read to you from Mary McLeod Bethune. And the quote reads, "The progress of the world will call for the best that all of us have to give." I'll read it again. "The progress of the world will call for the best that all of us have to give." I want you to think about your best self. Think about what it means for you to give your best. Visualize your best self, your happiest self. What does your best self look like? How does your best self feel? What is around you? Who is around you? When we can, we want to strive towards being our best self. The goal we should work towards is not like being anyone else, but being ourselves at our best. No one is like you. No one knows what your best self is. Only you do. Only you can reach this goal. Right now, just visualize yourself being your best right now. Feel the feelings that you will feel as your best self. The warmth, the happiness, the confidence. You have every ability to be this person because you are this person and this person is always in you. And being your best self allows you to contribute good things to those around you. It inspires them to be their best selves. And everyone being their best self and contributing their best makes the world better. And on your next inhale, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes as you come back into your body and back into the room, back to the present. And if you're laying down, just roll over onto your favorite side, using your arm as a pillow. Taking a moment to reflect on your practice, to reflect on any affirmations you set, on any goals you set, or maybe even reflecting on the quote that we just mentioned. And also take some time to tell yourself thank you. Thank you for practicing some self care today. And if you're not already there, just make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Palms facing upward for receiving or downward for grounding, depending on what you feel like you need. And together, friends, we'll gather up all these loving energies in the room as we inhale the hands up above us in prayer. Exhale, fold them down to heart center. And as always, thank you all for sharing your time, your energy, your space with me, and for trusting me to guide you in your yoga journey. Namaste. Okay, friends, we've done it again. This will be here on YouTube for you if you really liked it. I'm so relaxed. I say this every time. I'm gonna just lay down and take a nap. But thank you for being here. I hope to see you back next week. Peace and love.